Every time you type your debit card number into a website, you're handing a stranger a key to your checking account, your rent money, your grocery money, all of it. And if something goes wrong, it could be gone before you even know what happened. Hi, friends, I'm Grammy, and today we're talking about something most people never think about until it's too late. Your debit card feels safe. You've had it forever. You use it at the grocery store, the gas station, no problem. But online, it's one of the riskiest ways you can pay. And I'm going to tell you why and what you can use instead. Here's what makes a debit card different from a credit card in the way that really matters. When you use a debit card, that money leaves your account immediately. It's gone. Real money, your money, it's gone. When a scammer or a hacker gets a hold of that number, they're not charging a card. They're emptying your account. And while your bank works on helping you get that money back, your electric bill is still due. Your car payment is still due. And you could bounce checks and get hit with fees on top of everything else. That's a mess that nobody wants to deal with. Now, let me preface this next thing by saying I don't love credit cards. People get into trouble with them all the time when they rely on them too heavily. And don't get me started on the interest rates. They're absurd. I get that. I really do. And I'm not about to tell you to buy stuff you don't really need and can't actually afford with magical credit cards. What I am going to tell you is when you make a purchase with a credit card, the money hasn't left your hands yet. You dispute the charge and you're fighting to not pay for something instead of fighting to get money back that's already gone. And that's a completely different situation from a debit card. Now, I do want to be fair here. Debit cards do have some fraud protections. Your Visa or MasterCard debit card have a zero liability policy in most cases. So I'm not saying you're completely on your own, but the law treats these two kinds of cards very differently. Credit cards are covered by something called the Fair Credit Billing Act. Under that law, your liability for unauthorized charges is capped at $50, no matter when you report it. Debit cards fall under the Electronic Funds Transfer Act, and the rules there depend on how fast you catch the problem. Report it within 2 days, and you're capped at $50, just like a credit card. Wait 3 to 60 days, and that goes up to $500. After 60 days, you could be responsible for everything. So with a debit card, the clock is ticking the moment something goes wrong. Most people don't even check their bank accounts every day, so you might not catch an issue on time to save yourself the money and the trouble. So what should you use to pay for your online purchases instead? Option one is a credit card. If you have one, use it for your online shopping. If you pay it off every month, you won't pay a dime in interest, but you have to ride herd on yourself about that. You'll have the best fraud protection available, and your checking account stays completely out of the equation. Option two is a digital wallet. Now we're talking about things like Apple Pay, Google Pay, PayPal. Those things add a layer between you and the merchant. Your actual card number never gets shared. So if a site gets hacked, there's nothing useful to steal. Option three, and this one is underrated in my opinion, open a second checking account with a debit card just for online purchases. Keep a small amount in it. Only move money in when you're about to buy something. That way, even in a worst case scenario, a thief can only get their hands on what's in that account. So not a huge amount. Your main account, the one that pays for your housing, your groceries, your savings, all of that stays safe. Some people actually prefer this method over a credit card, especially if they're watching their spending carefully. So There's no right or wrong here. Just pick what works for you. By the way, one more option that's worth knowing about. Some banks and credit cards are now offering virtual credit card numbers that allow you to generate a temporary number that works for one purchase. And then it's useless to anybody who steals it. Capital One actually has a feature like this. It's called ENO, ENO. So if you're interested in something like that, you may want to check with your bank and see if they offer something similar. The bottom line is this: your debit card is connected directly to your money. Online, that's a risk you don't have to take. Pick one of the options that I just talked about, whichever one fits your life the best, and stop giving strangers a key to your checking account. If this was helpful to you, please share it with someone you care about. Like the post, and if you haven't already done so, follow me here. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, be sure to drop them into the comment section. I promise you, I read everyone and I do my best to respond quickly. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you here next time. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye.